Hello Cordell, welcome to Vitreus Art. Before I ask you about your new oil painting workshops here, could you tell us a little bit about how you got into oil painting yourself?
Yeah, by all means. Originally started off actually painting acrylics. I've been painting probably 25 years now in oils. Started off partly self-taught, went to a lot of workshops, taught myself how to paint particularly portraits and landscapes, and sort of took it from there. So I've developed it over quite a long period of time. And it's sort of it's developed, and it's really sort of creating now to the point where the things I've learnt I'm now bringing towards my own workshops.
That sounds like a good cue for me to ask you about the workshops you'll be running. Yeah. So it's a one-day oil painting portrait workshop. Yeah. How will you structure the class? What will we be doing?
How I tend to structure it is I break it down to probably 3 to 4 stages. So the idea is I will give a demonstration, and then the students go away and produce the stage I've worked to in the demonstration. We then go back, I do another demonstration, the students then go away. So the idea is we progress through, and it's very, very structured. That what I don't want to do is have students painting and just being left to go off on their own, and particularly for beginners, they might feel a little bit lost. And the idea is to structure it with a demonstration, go away and do some practical, demonstration practical, and we sort of 3 or 4 stages, which works nicely for a portrait because there are various stages to a portrait, and we try to work it with that, and that's the idea.
That sounds like a really well thought through workshop.
Yep.
You mentioned beginners. Is this class suitable for people who haven't painted with oils before?
It's suitable for people who haven't painted with oils because we also go through a little bit of the process of painting with oils and what that means and how you work with oils, but also it works for improvers, so people that have painted a little bit and want to take that further.
So somebody who's perhaps done another portrait course with us, not using oils, they will benefit from your approach by the sound of it.
The principles to painting portraits and the approach to creating a portrait likeness or texture or feeling, emotion, are all don't change whatever medium you use, but oils is slightly different. So it's getting to how you work with oils, but it's a great medium which you do.
Okay. That sounds absolutely fascinating, and you managed to cram all of this learning, all of this painting and enjoyment into a day.
Into one day, yes.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah. And we'll have lunch as well.
Yes.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah. That sounds fantastic. I mean, the idea is each student should come away with something, a portrait that they should be proud of, or if they feel like they haven't picked up something, there will be a development there, particularly for the improvers, but for the beginners.
Yeah. We certainly have quite a lot of students who've done portraits with us and are doubtless looking to continue to develop.
Yeah.
So this sounds like a great opportunity to do exactly that.
And what I'm bringing to it is what I've picked up along the way from other workshops. So I've been to a lot of workshops, for example, London Atelier, London School of Fine Arts, Serum Studios, which are sort of steeped in the what I'd call the sort of classical old masters techniques. So the idea is I've picked those up and we bring those to this workshop. So it's all the things I brought, because when I first started it was very difficult. I just often, with probably a lot of artists, you muddle through, so you work out, and it's just nice to have what I've learnt and teach other people.
Yeah.
And that's quite important because sometimes you can muddle through for ages. Just having somebody, just another pair of eyes to look at it and say, maybe have you thought about this or approached it this way. So it's all the things that I struggled with early on. Hopefully I can cover that in the day, and when somebody will come away very happy.
That sounds amazing. I am very interested to hear about the bootmaker fellow on the left of the screen. Could you just tell us a little bit about this painting?
What I've been doing, this is particularly relevant to Northamptonshire and its history in shoemaking and bootmaking. So I've been going to a lot of factories in Northamptonshire, photoing and sketching the guys and the women working in the factory, and then going away and recreating what I call working portraits or working sort of paintings of the shoemaking process. So there's about 250 processes to making it's a quality British shoe with the leather sole, the welted sole, and Northampton's renowned for its welted sole. So there's a lot of processes in there. And the idea was to sort of create that, and it's difficult when you're in a factory to try and paint. So There's a lot of challenges, so I have to break it down into sketches, photos, and then this is sort of an amalgam of all that. And that's going for the Northampton Museum and Art Gallery exhibition soon.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed for telling us about your new workshop. Really looking forward to those when they're live on the website, which will be pretty soon. They'll be able to be booked either here in person at the studio or on the website. Look out for information. Thank you, Cordell.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.